did so many other things. He could have worked from her office shop to put detail on her. It's like he just had to feel like he was in control. Like, oh no, you're going to stay home. Just say you want to stay home with me today. You didn't even have to do a pull a move anyways.
Yep, it should be a request. I have been waiting for to happen for chapters now. Anybody that's been following along with the podcast, I'm just like, yeah, nothing happened. Once again, I thought for sure because I mean they really, and she's like, oh, the thing that he did to my toes, and I'm like, to your fingers. I think he was like, to do that other places and not your toes. He still didn't go down. So, yeah, I thought it was gonna go down, and of course it did. So we're just waiting. It needs to happen though. Okay. So
Yeah, I thought it was going to happen as much as I didn't want it to happen because I felt like it's too soon. I felt like it was going to happen. So I'm so glad it didn't, and he was a total gentleman. They cuddled all night. And I'm just like, thank you. Like, as much as she wanted to, she's still not ready yet. And a lot of women can find themselves in that place of, well, I'll just do it because he really wants to when you're not really ready yet. So that's why I really appreciated this scene because sometimes women can find themselves in this place where they're really not ready. And it's a strong word to say forces, but he really comes off strongly. He pushing. Yeah, exactly. He's very pushy. And then you end up giving in because you don't want to make him feel some type of way. And that's not okay, guys. If she's not ready, she's not ready. And then wait until she is ready because then it's going to be right. And she's going to put that thing on you like you never had it before. And like you want it. So I'm so proud of Chan. That's why he still has a place in my heart.
No, and I feel exactly what you're saying, Kyrie. Because if you think about it, if it would have went down and she really wasn't feeling it, or she was still overly emotional about having somebody, deliver to her some really well-dressed rats with their faces burned with acid and a death note, like she could have been like, "Listen, I am at this point, like I'm being stalked by a weirdo who's got rats dressed up as man and wife." Telling me I have to be with him, calling people Chinese takeout. Like it was a lot of stuff that's going on, and now I'm gonna be up with my leg up. Like that may not be the best thing right now. I said it. I said it. Yeah. But maybe it's not the best thing right now. Kyrie is like, I don't believe she's look at your face. You're like, okay. So, anyways, I think yes. So I think that it was a wise decision to wait here in this moment because I don't think you don't want her to feel like, oh, maybe I should have not because da 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 da. I did have a bad day yesterday. I'm overly emotional. Oh, crazy Mike is now emailing me from his work email telling me that I'm going to submit to Big Daddy or else he's going to use all of his power. Big Daddy, baby. He's going to use all his powers as assistant district attorney to make my life a living hell as well as my mother and father. And like he literally brought up the parents. So I mean, Frank has already gotten some of this. What are we doing? Yeah, all of that DMX style, honey. What are we doing? And so I definitely think that it was a good idea that that they did wait, and it's really really nice. I think that when a guy isn't pushy, it's like it shows a level of confidence and security within him that I don't have to put this thing on you so quickly to try to like secure it. It's already secure for us. I got to put that hammer on her, you know what I'm saying, to really get in there. Like it's the hammer's gonna get laid, and that's okay. However, women love intimacy, and there's so many ways to be intimate with a woman without laying the hammer down. I mean, yeah, we all like a little pound town. However, true intimacy, can I lay with you? Can I feel safe with you? Can I cuddle with you? That's really, really nice. I like a little cuddling. And I do like a real sexy kiss. Like I like a little sexy lip. When you was a teenager and you have like those little passionate kisses, but you knew it couldn't go past the kiss. It was really nice, right? Like the expectation was set, and the most we're gonna do is you put your hand on my lower back, maybe a little right here if nobody else is watching. But you knew it wasn't getting very far. And it was a really nice, passionate, sensual kiss. You have a nice, passionate, sensual kiss as an adult, it's leading to other things. Like, wait a minute, and I don't know. Maybe some people will say, my husband's like, that's maturity, that's growth. That's I don't think that's what that is. You can have a passionate, explosive kiss without us tearing each other's clothes off. That's fine too. However, it's just nice to have, you know, a connection that's not always about getting to the box. So I was really appreciative of Chan. Don't push her. Stop pushing people. Let people open up naturally. It will be so much better when you feel like this is a person I'm trusting. This isn't something I don't like being bullied. I don't like feeling like I'm being pushed to do something. The moment I feel like I'm being pushed to do something, this is when it's over. I need you to leave because you're being really insensitive. I almost had somebody try to kill me yesterday and they've been stalking me and showing up and breaking vases and stuff like that and doing crazy stuff. And now you want the draws. You're being really insensitive. You know, stop being insensitive. Be compassionate. That's all.
And I just wanted to add, by not pushing her to sleep with him that night, that showed that he really cared about her more than him bringing her breakfast the next day. Because even men, with him laying there, they'll still try to get a little feel, try to tip the fingertips into the shorts, into the panties to see, let me see how far I can go. Well, maybe if I just rub a little nipple, then she'll start getting aroused. So I just appreciate, like, he refrained from doing all of that. And that really showed how much he really cared about her.
I fully agree. Let me go to the next question. It says, so when Chan was in his meeting watching Malia in the bathroom rub mango butter on her body, I was lost for words. This woman has no privacy. Even when he is in the room next to her, he is still watching her. This level of obsession is disturbing. What are your thoughts? Yeah, it is really disturbing because he's supposed to be on Zoom and they're like, Mr. Kong, Mr. Kong. He's like, what? Because he got two screens up, honey, and Malia just got out the shower and she's rubbing her body down with butter. And he's just lost and he's looking. It's like, you can't wait. Like, you just ruined this beautiful moment that we've had of deep intimacy where nothing happened. You cuddled me all night. You held my body close to yours. And you a pervert. You are a whole pervert looking at somebody in the shower. Oh my God. I'm about to be getting all that soon. All of that. Yeah, you can wait a little bit. You can wait. Are you watching this woman in the shower? Like, you're okay. I'm not going to say it's right that he's watching her at all, period, right? Because it's wrong. Okay, we know that. She literally is in the bathroom. Why are you? Ooh, she had to lift that thing up, huh? Just to put a little cocoa butter. Yeah, you gotta lift up stuff to put butter. Whatever. What I'm saying is, he had no business doing that. It is excessive, and it's like, when does it stop? Is it going to be a forever thing? It's crazy, and yeah, I would be scared. It is deeply disturbing. What do y'all ladies want to say on that?
Yes, definitely obsession. And then it also makes me think, when is he going to get burnt out from doing all that? Because it kind of takes the fun out of it. It takes the secrecy, the spice of what, I haven't seen that thing in a while. You're seeing it every second of every day. So isn't that, like, you're going to be over it and be looking for something else because, so it also makes me think about that. Let's see. Uh, yeah, it's disturbing. I'm okay with a little obsession. It's kind of sweet too, but like, you need to back off. Like, I don't want you to get tired of me. Like, you need to have a what's the saying? Fondness, absence makes the heart grow fonder. You need that space from people. And then you can miss them, and then it's like new again. Like, oh, I haven't seen you all day. It's nice to see your face. Like, that little spark of missing somebody keeps the relationship fun, lighthearted, that kind of stuff. So that kind of worries me or concerns me about, just him seeing her every second of every day, where he's just gonna be like, all right, I'm done with this toy. Next, so.
And that's probably where, when it's not just a fling anymore, right? You'll get bored. I was for. I'm thinking they were sitting right because I know he don't have the screen up. I was lost. I was like, wow. We do the most dirty of dirty in the nose, and you'll be like, oh, okay, let me get that. Just anything. Me talk shit in the mirror to myself. Don't and be have real conversations. And I don't know why I do it. That's just one of my things. I'm like, yeah, bitch, and I wish a nigga would. Like, I do that. I don't know why it's my thing. And so, like, you don't even know it. That's just terrible. That is terrible.
It's really
You're right.
Yes, you are definitely right. And I think this goes back to what we were talking about the last episode. His insecurity is starting to show because you are so right. Like, he's literally in the next room. Like, she literally just got up from you 5 minutes ago and you got to check the camera. Like, did somebody come and kidnap her out the bathroom? Like, why do you need to feel the need to watch her? And I feel the deeper root of that is he's really insecure because I think in the last episode, when he went to take the trash out, he had to check and see who she was texting and what she was saying. You know, be like, sir, your insecurity is really starting to show. Like, you need therapy, Chan.
You're right. The insecurity is coming out. The obsession is coming out. But like Alicia had said, and like Curie said too, like at what point do you get burnout? At what point do you get tired and you need something different? As a fan of the show, do you remember how I think it was like season 2 when he met Love Quinn and how he was just like so obsessed with her and everything. And then we saw in like season 3, they moved to the suburbs and then he's like obsessed with the freaking neighbor. And it's like, you would go from living in my obsession to all the Korean shit. What's up with her though? What? Like, I'm chopped liver. I'm not that za no more. Like, what happened, right? So yeah, for some people, is this just like a fetish to be obsessed? Because when people are really like stalkers and they're really, really obsessed with you, they don't get bored like normal people be like, oh, no, like they have little shrines and altars and weird photos of you from strange angles because they've been hiding behind stuff, right? So yeah, it does kind of make you wonder, you know, will he get tired of her? Will he be like, okay, I've seen enough, I got the box, saw everything else I needed to see. I came, I went, I conquered, or whatever they say, deuces boo, right? So yeah, I'm worried about that as well. We'll see what happens. Yeah.
And I think it's such a great analogy because even with Quinn on you, she was everything he wanted. And then she found out about his deepest, darkest secrets and she was able to accept it. She was on that tip too. Perfect match and still wasn't good enough. He still got burnt out.
He found his submissive woman and it wasn't good. She did everything that he wanted, and it wasn't good enough. She found out all his deepest, darkest secrets, and he's like, I don't want anybody who accepts me for me. I want somebody who's going to change me. He likes to live his ass on the seat of his pants or whatever they say. Like, why would you want somebody you're always in fear? I'm going to lose this person. Like, is that what turns you on in the morning? Is that what gets you out of bed? Knowing that you have to cover up your tracks because you need to hide something? Is it the fear? Is it the excitement? What is it? Because as soon as she found out who it was, the excitement was over. I mean, she was down to ride for him, hurting people, killing folks, whatever. Wasn't good enough. Sir, I guess he needs that za.
Ooh-wee. All right. Our next question says, I thought Chan was pretty awful as a human being until I read about his father. He seems far more sadistic. What did you think of Mr. Kong? Do you believe Chan is more like his father than he thinks he is? And I think it depends on which way Chan goes because I feel like we're seeing a lighter side of Chan in this episode where he's a little bit more carefree, a little bit more relaxed. He's having a little bit more fun. He doesn't have to be so uptight. And I feel like he can explore that more if this relationship with Malia continues to go well. But I feel like if he ends up getting his heart broke and things don't work out, Malia finds out some things and says, hey, bro, this doesn't work for me. And he ends up having to kill her and her family. I think he can easily turn into Mr. Kong. I think he can because, I mean, that's going to make him harden right back up. And then he's not going to let his guard down ever again. So it could go either way.
Trying be somewhere screaming, these low valued women don't appreciate us high valued men. How dare Malia? Yeah. Go ahead, Lily.
I read that and I was like, dang, just right, especially that's the intro, to the readers, like in the chair, smoking his cigar. No, it's just right out the back. Hey, B, he's loose. Hey, whoa, Mr. Sir, how you ever close business deals with that mouth? And I mean, really, y'all reading the book, he was in the mouth, like I said earlier, fight words. So we're seeing the softer side of Chan, in the sense, like, along with the chapters. I don't know head yet because I got to tend to get ahead of myself, so I follow along, with everybody. But from what I've seen so far, pieces of it come out. I know I'm on the phone with Karina time or what, but around 11 p.m., Miss Kit Scott comes out. I love you. You put Karina back on the phone. I mean, it comes out. And sometimes I find myself like Heidi. Like, it just comes out. I think little pieces of Miss Kong, of course, comes out. That's his son. And now, my mother, he got it from daddy, Mr. Russell.
It is so funny. Alicia is right. It gets to be, hold on, let me turn this down. It does. It gets to be like 11 and my accent changes. It's like, wait a minute. Where you go from, being from the Northwest to this Alabama part. I mean, I guess I get tired and this Southern accent comes out. It's the craziest stuff. But yeah, we were on the phone last week and she was like, what time is it? It's like, oh, it's 10:58. She was like, right on the dot. My mother comes out in full force. Even my kids are like, what's going on? I don't know. Okay, I have another personality and she's from the South. Okay. I think after looking at Chan's father, it is safe to assume there's a problem. It's a problem, baby. It's a problem, and it's in the bloodline. It's in the bloodline, and it's gonna come out. Feel bad for Malia. You meet this guy, you think he's so amazing, and a little bit like them layers start getting peeled, like because his daddy went in on Jessica. I mean, he tore her up. He told her she needed to get vaginal rejuvenation. He was like, that is loose. I don't like it anyway. Just go. Like, you ain't good for nothing anyway. I'm telling you, read the chapter. I was dying last night. I was like, you savage. Whoever wrote this. Yeah. It was you crazy. Yeah. I'm telling you, I got these other personalities and they come out and they be like, that's raw. Like, let's get rah in this. And I love that about writing because you can just explore. My mom would be mortified if she read some of this stuff. So I just told her, you don't need to do it. It's okay. It's okay. She's like, I don't want to. I'm like, you probably wouldn't look at me the same, to be honest. I produced a child who could say those. That mouth is filthy, very filthy. So Mr. Chan came out and he was an animal. You know it is. So I think that we can definitely assume Chan is going to have some of that in there. What's up, babe?
You're sitting there looking all cute. Like, yeah, my mouth is so terrible. I mean, you just look so cute. Just like, I know, I'm a potty mouth. It was like, she's so adorable.
I just love the fact that you love me and can appreciate the potty mouth. And you're like, you're just so cute about it. Some people are like, no, there's something wrong. Like you got all kind of personalities, But I love them because they get all of me in the 6 seasons. But yeah, that's all I have to say is Malia definitely is going to be in for a shock. Some of his daddy has to come out because it's in him. He's been raised as a triad. We already see it coming out, like Alicia said. Put the coat on and sit down, baby. He took her fingertips prisoner. He didn't care nothing about seducing her at that table. He knew what he was gonna do. He knew it was gonna be a full blown out. Oh, okay. The big O was gonna happen, and he was like, still got it, he knew he had it. It was just like. He is not a man who's going to take somebody telling him, no, I'm not going to do that. Yeah, you're going to do it and you're going to like it. And Malia at the end of the chapter, she's just like, oh, he's so sexy. The way he commands attention. And he's going to make me his sex slave. And she's looking like, I don't think I'm going to fight that, honey. So Malia's ready. She's getting there. We getting closer, baby. Alicia's ready. But it's coming, baby. It's coming. Who has the next question? I think it's your question, Alicia.
All right. This chick Jessica was a true leader of this man to give her his blessing to marry son while they carry on as how can anyone be this naive and low down? That's not I'm still trying to put that together in my head. Like, oh, I like your where's daddy at? I don't get that whole okay, well now that I slept with you, you know all about me and you know me intimately, like did you put a word for me? Like what does it say? Especially Mr. Calm. Like, son, I don't want to go there. Like, what kind of word? I guess she wanted his blessing. I've had that. Like she's delusional. She's naive. I think she's delusional and low down. I'll try to get his attention or something like that. I don't really man, but I'm not gonna look for grandpa for his dad. Like, oh my God, he's so cute. And his dad could tell about me, and it's just really weird. Yeah, I think she probably slept with him to like move up and and then hey, to even say. if she was lucky enough to win, champ, you wild. Yeah, again, third time, naive, just low down.
Yeah, I definitely think she's dealing with some mental illness because I don't know. And I was thinking, I'm like, who gave her this advice, to go after the dad and think that he would give you a letter of representation for his son. It was like, what? And then I was thinking, I'm like, I've never even heard of this concept before because I was thinking about all the telenovelas I've seen. I've never even seen him do this, And I'm just like, this is pretty wild, to sleep with the dad thinking he gonna be like, hey, son, this is for you. I tested it out for you. And then for her to think his son's gonna be like, oh, thanks, Dad. Appreciate good looking out. Come on, now I want to marry you. Like, what? Definitely some mental illness, some delusions going on there. And I also think the way that Mr. Kong talked to her, I would be interested to see if she's going to seek some revenge because he strung her along for over a year thinking that he was going to put a good word into her for Chan. And then he's going to talk down to her, disrespect her pussy. And, he just landed blow after blow after blow after she got done servicing him, like immediately. Didn't say thank you. She didn't get a bonus, didn't get a raise, nothing. I think she got fired because he was like, you get out of here, you're no good. Send up Samantha. I'm like, oh, she coming back for y'all. Ain't no way I'm walking out of this building without some blood. I hope we see more from her in the future because Mr. Khan need to get his. So,
Girl, you got tears coming out of our eyes. Like, it is crazy. And I remember I had watched the show when I was like a teenager. It was one of my telenovelas, soap operas style stuff. And it was always something crazy about that's not really like the daddy, that's the daddy. And then there was a situation where, come to find out, that the grandpa wasn't the grandpa, but the grandpa was really the daddy, and the daddy was really the brother. And I was like, what? You know what I'm saying? And so the woman had a deal, and he took full advantage of that. And so he was like, that's his side cat. And even when she didn't want to give up the side cat, he was like, no, because I got you into this family. These are the benefits. And so people really be paying the price to be in some of these families. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you think about that Tyler Perry movie, like The Family That Prays, people was wild. They was really preying on people, And so sometimes you have to be careful about what you want to sign up for. Because you might be sharing daddy and son, and don't nobody want that. Brother, nephew, cousin, whatever this is, grandson, son, I don't know. It's a mess. But yeah, she was tripping. And like Alicia said, she's not naive. She's low down because she really thought that was going to be the come up. She really was like, I done messed with the daddy, gave him a taste of all of this. Loose part that got her, because she was like, ain't nobody ever told me that it wasn't tight. Like, damn, I need to be doing kegels. Like,
reminder to do your kegels, ladies.
And the girl, like, he really went in because he had told her, like, you thought she was slick, but you've been the office slut. You're a whore. So Mr. Pong just like ripped into her. He was like, you ain't just been servicing my engine, baby. You've been servicing everybody down here. And I don't want that. And, maybe that's why he had to let her know that the walls weren't tight or something, I guess. But yeah, it wasn't that she was naive. She was low down. And to think that she could continue on having a side affair with the father while bagging the son, girl, stop. Just stop. I'm done.